I think that The Awakening is a neat little idea that doesn't have much memorable impact in the long run, although I like a bulk of what was released in the 80s. I can't say I would consider The Awakening to be a major classic. Or I think now, I probably like the 80s overall as an era more than the 60s. Most of the first Doctor is simply not very good, and although there are at least a handful of very strong stories in there, its consistency just pales in comparison to even the second Doctor's era. But almost definitely, well, definitely, the Pertwee, First Baker, Davison, and maybe not second Baker or McCoy, although some of McCoy was total gold, in my opinion. William Hartnell himself is very good as the Doctor, although the writing, the production design, a lot goes into letting this series down, and it doesn't realise its full potential all that often. The excuse me, the Troughton era does this a lot more regularly, I think. I don't think The Awakening stands as a particular highlight of the Davison era. Many major titles in there, such as Castrovalva, Kinder, Earthshock, Snake Dance, Mordrin Undead, Enlightenment, Frontios, and Androzani. Why I love the Davison era is the way in which it photographed the Doctor as an already iconic hero, well established from the last four Doctors, bouncing around the English screen as Daleks, Cybermen, the Master, and other famous and original baddies attempt to take over the universe. To some, this could be seen as a simplified take on the series, but it is so visceral, colourful, and imaginative, even in just a straightforward manner, that it fulfills part of what I find magic about the series. I've always loved in particular, perhaps, though not necessarily most of all, how Doctor Who handles the Earthbound stories, odd intrusions from uncanny dimensions, interrupting the normalcy of post-war English or other time periods, life, and the Doctor arrives to correct the invaders and to make this already idyllic but maybe predictable and rote lifestyle and make it seem more exciting than it initially had. True, the Fourth Doctor's era was defined by planet hopping, strange new worlds in nearly every episode. He also visited Earth, past and present, on many enthralling occasions. Most of the series' best serials are in the First Baker era, or Pertwee's, or Davison's, I would say. Fifth Doctor's Earth-attached stories are some of the very best in the classic series. Take the Visitation, the oddball excursion that is Black Orchid, the unusual character of Time Flight, proto to Stephen King's De Langoliers? Probably not. Excuse me again. Mordrin Undead, Enlightenment, or the original catching premise of the King's Demons. I feel as though the next era, Colin Baker's, was irritatingly inconsistent. His initial full season is generally fun, but rarely superlative, and with some real lesser points to it. Time Lash is not very good. The Two Doctors is way too bloody long, but pretty likeable otherwise. Season 23, I enjoy at least the presentation and mood of the trial premise, but the free flashback/forward stories are not by any means classics, though the two concluding Ultimate Foe episodes are really strong in my own view. Oh well, like Awakening, good premise, decent execution, but rushes through, nothing overly special in the long run, but I can't fault it for very much either. That might be a common theme when attempting to assess the Peter Davison era more generally.